Good morning, guys. Who's ready for a little fall vlog? Two disclaimers I have to make. One, I am holding my phone because I just snapped this. It was my phone holder, my dash holder, and it just completely snapped off. So I don't have one of those anymore, so I'm holding my phone. Actually, I might be able to fix it. Please hold. Car vent clip, baby. You are staring at half of my steering wheel though, so sorry about that. Also, the other disclaimer was that I just showered, so my hair is wet. I don't have a diffuser because these are considered chemo curls. And so they're not going to stay forever. So one, I've never had curly hair before. I've never needed a diffuser, so I don't have one. And two, I'm not going to buy one because I've been told that chemo curls eventually fall and go back to your normal hair pattern. So I'm not going to spend my money on one, even though I could probably just get the attachment. But whatever, it's not happening. So anyways, today I just wanted to film a fun fall vlog. Tonight we're going to a pumpkin patch with one of my best friends and her baby. She's about to be a year old, and so it's her first pumpkin patch ever, so I'm super excited that we get to bring her. They just moved here recently, so that will be really fun for us. That's also the first like fall activity that we've done. I think it's October 12th, and it's finally starting to feel like fall. Yesterday was the first transitional day into fall weather here in Idaho. The leaves are changing. It's a little chilly outside, especially with wet hair, and the vibes are just, they're here, and I'm so excited for it. I've also made myself an iced coffee with maple salted cold foam from Trader Joe's. Their cold foam, delicious. You should definitely get it. I thought it was kind of stupid because I can make my own cold foam at home. I have before, but it was convenient. But I need to get out of convenience sake, so once I finish this, I will not be getting another one. So pumpkin patch is later this afternoon. Right now, I kind of want to go to our local bookstore. It's called Rediscovered Books. It is, I think they're like in cahoots with that other bookstore that I went to a while back called Once in Future Books. I do have a book club book that I need to pick up for the end of this month, and it is I Who Have Never Known Men. I Who Have Never Known Men, I think, by Jacqueline something. I know that this book has kind of blown up recently. I think it kind of blew up on TikTok. Very like feminist dystopian novel. I think it's also on the shorter side, which I might be completely lying to you, but I have had a lot of book clubs come into the place that I work and read this book, and so I've seen it just like sitting on the tables. So I want to go pick that up. Usually bookstores have like fall favorites or Halloween books or something along that line, like have a table out that has all of these books that have to do with the season. So I also want to look through some of those, see what other books I can find. So let's go to Rediscovered Books and see what we can find. I also needed to add before I get there that I did lose my mini microphone. I don't know where it went at all. I looked high and low for it today. I think Finnegan got to it and put it somewhere or swatted it off something, and it ended up deep under a piece of furniture, but I can't find it. So I will probably not be doing any videos of me speaking once I'm in the bookstore, but I just needed to let you know. I'm gonna go call my mom. I just recorded an entire video talking about going to the bookstore and the books that I liked, and I didn't record any audio from it. So let's try this again. I just got back from the bookstore. It's called Rediscovered Books, and it was really exciting to go because they have just moved locations, and I have not been to this new one yet, and I really love it. Location-wise, I don't know if it's in the best spot. They were in the heart of downtown Boise before, and I feel like that was probably great for them. The new spot, not the best location, but the inside is perfect. They've done a great job with the layout. They have a small seating area. The staff was all super kind and knowledgeable and really helpful when I was trying to find these books. So I really enjoyed my experience there, and I've always loved going there. I just don't go as often as I should. They did not have I Who Have Never Known Men when I went, and so unfortunately I had to order it and wait for it. And then when I was on my 20-minute drive back home, I got a text message saying that they finally have it in stock. But she told me that it was coming from Oregon. So I don't really know how that worked out. It is in stores now. It is waiting for me. And I'm not going to go back today and get it just because I don't want to do that drive again. So I'm going to go back later this week at some point and get the book. I was really looking around at the horror thriller section when I was there. I kind of took a look at everything just because it was my first time being at this location and I wanted to see where they had all the different genres and what they were offering book wise. And I will say, I did recognize a lot of the books. I feel like definitely being in the book world is making looking and shopping for books a lot more fun now because it's like, oh, I've heard about this book from this booktuber or from this girl, or I've been recommended this book. And so seeing those just randomly has been really exciting. I did not pick up any other books beside the one that I ordered. Just because I don't have a ton of book money right now. So the books that I did like that really piqued my interest, I am going to look for on Libby. I have looked for one of them on Libby. The other one, I couldn't find it. So I might have to buy that book sometime down the road. My library just doesn't have it. And the one that my library does not have is Doll Parts by Penny Zang. It's a thriller book and it's honestly, it sounds very chaotic, dysfunctional, sounds like drama, and I'm really into it. It follows two timelines, one of a young writer, Nikki, who becomes obsessed with the tragic deaths of girls from a Sylvia club at her college, and another of her estranged best friend, Sadie, who is now living in Nikki's house after Nikki's death. As Sadie navigates her new life and motherhood, she begins to believe Nikki is sending her clues from beyond the grave about the truth behind the deaths. So you're following Nikki, who's obsessed with these girls' deaths, but she also dies. And then you're following Sadie, Nikki's ex-best friend, who's living in Nikki's house. And based off of the back of the book that I read when I was in Rediscovered Books, she's also pregnant by Nikki's husband. So, T. It says that it's been compared to the Virgin Suicides, and I feel like the Virgin Suicides, from what I remember, was a lot more like contemporary fiction. At least, okay, I've never read the book, but the movie kind of like watched like a contemporary fiction book is read. And so I think this is just a very dysfunctional thriller-esque version of that. But I really want to read this. Like I said, my library doesn't have it, so I'm gonna wait it out a little bit. I think I'm gonna request it. And then if that doesn't happen, I'll just eventually buy it. But I think this will be a good book to read for the season. The second book that caught my eye is The Bog Wife by Kay Chronister, and it's a 2024 gothic eco horror novel. It's about a dysfunctional family in West Virginia who have a generations-old pact with a bog to provide a bog wife for the patriarch's heir in exchange for the family's care of the land. When the bog fails to produce a wife for the current heir, the family's fragile traditions and relationships crumble, forcing them to confront dark secrets about their history and the true nature of their pact. Now, when I think bog, I typically think like Ireland, Scotland, not West Virginia. So I think this might be a fun twist. And I don't really know the landscape over more on the East Coast. So maybe bogs are common there. I don't know. But I really want to read this one. I feel like I've been really into the idea of the like Southern Gothic Appalachia horror vibe of books. So I think this will be a good way to dip my toes into that genre. This one I did find on Libby, and I think I'm next in line for it. So I'm hoping within the next couple weeks I'll be able to read it. Also, if you guys have any other Southern Gothic horror recommendations, please let me know because I really am interested in getting more into that genre specifically. But those are the two main books that really caught my eye. Other than that, I enjoyed browsing around Rediscovered Books and seeing all of the things that they had to offer. Since I couldn't get my book today that I was hoping for, I am just going to continue reading one of the books that I'm currently also filming a reading vlog for, which will be coming out next week, and that is Salem's Lot by Stephen King. It is one of my book club books, and so I was going to wait to read it, but it's on the bigger side, so I decided to just get into it, and it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. There was a bit of a slow pace in the beginning where you get to know about the town itself, Jerusalem's Lot. It was honestly kind of a snooze fest to read, and I know it was supposed to immerse you in the location for the story, but it just, I don't know, I wasn't that interested in it. Once I got past that, it started really picking up, and now I'm really interested in it. It's been hard for me to put down. I've been falling asleep reading it, and it's getting me into the spooky spirit. So I'm going to go continue reading that right now, and then we will head to the pumpkin patch. I have been eating this Maeve chocolate bar. It's apple cider donuts, and it is, I was going to say apple cider vinegar. It's apple cider donuts with biscotti, sugar, and cinnamon. Tastes tastes delicious, and I've been eating it slowly. I'm just gonna crush it.